What's up?
Nothing. Oh, wait, hold on. I have to get myself outside here. My my mom's home, so the dogs are about to start barking. Give me a second here.
You do what you got to do.
All right.
But you know what you should have said to your mom was like, "Mom, I'm talking to Master T at RX Music."
Bob. Yeah, you can hear them now. All right. Just in the nick of time.
So, how you doing, man?
Thank you for having me.
Hey, no problem. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right, good, good. Well, yeah, just thanks. Like, I know you've had a very busy day, and really appreciate you joining us today. You know what? One of the things we're going to do is normally I do this thing called the quick six at the very end. You know, these quick rapid fire questions. But today we're going to actually have the quick six brought to you by your fans. So your fans know how to do it. You know, just there's a little box there. Just put your questions in, and we'll try to do it. We'll try to get some questions out to you. All right. But you know, the first thing I got to do is I got to check in here, Johnny. Hold on a second. Stand by.
No worries.
Okay. So as you know, you are a multimedia media fan base, the whole nine. Let's drop a few numbers. I like numbers. Spotify, 2.9 monthly. TikTok, 9.6 mil, 8.5 billion views. Instagram that we're on right now, 6.3 mil. YouTube, just an average of 10 mil views, 4.5 mil subscribers, and 25 mil fans worldwide. So, with all of that loveliness, well, first, how do you keep that level of humility? How do you stay humble on that?
Um, really, it definitely has a lot to do with my parents, and of course there have been times where got a bit ahead of myself, got a bit proud. Um, I can usually count on my mom and dad to not let that happen for too long, which I'm very grateful for. Um,
Honestly,
Outside perspective, like what really am I at the moment? I haven't really broken it.
yeah, because I want to make sure everyone can hear everything. Yeah, a little bit of a dropout.
Yeah.
That's uh, yeah. So yeah, you were talking about being humble. Obviously, yes. First and foremost, parents. That's good. I'm glad you listened to them.
Of course, yeah. Well, we'd have a real problem on our hands if I did it.
Well, you know, because I have a 17-year-old son, and then he tries to drop it on us too. You know what I mean? He tries
Right.
to yeah. It's you got, but at the end of the day, you got who's running the show.
Pardon me, sorry. There's a helicopter above me.
So you know, with all of that, you know, it's interesting because I was watching, or I think I was reading something, and you know, I think at one point you thought at 16, like, I've got this down, man. Like, you know, I've got this whole life thing. Like, hold on a second.
Oh yeah.
16, it's over. I think I've got it down. But ultimately, you hit 17, and then you hit 18. Um, and how have things changed for you in this 18-year-old world?
I can't even begin to describe how much has changed. My outlook on life, my relationships, the way I approach my relationships and friendships with people. Um, and it's hilarious because I actually did think that as well. I was like, you know what, like autopilot from here, like I got it. Don't even worry about it. Um, and then life threw me a curveball as it does. So I feel like really the only thing that's changed is my attitude towards uh, life. Life is gonna be as it is. I just learned how to better deal with all the things that it throws at me.
Right. And you know what's interesting with this pandemic, you know, there's a new, like, I don't know how new it is, but there's a new, tag associated with teenagers and kids, which is malnutrition, if I can say it
Right.
right. You know, and it's challenging. I mean, you know, like, yes, there's a lot of death, there's a lot of sickness, there's a lot of injustice in the world. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I have a 17-year-old, as I said, you know, he would still love to socially hang with his friends, play some ball, do
Yeah.
whatever. And, you know, probably won't be able to, if his graduation is going to happen, it's going to be virtually. Uh,
Yeah.
like, how do you deal with that whole, the social, social malnutrition for your own self?
To be honest, it's been a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, and especially a lot harder in these last couple months. I was fine, honestly, from March of last year to like the beginning of this school year, like September. From March to September, I was good. I I was just kind of living. I was like, you know what, this is what's gonna happen. I can't do anything about this pandemic, so I'm just gonna take it as it comes to me. But I feel like the last couple months, especially through the winter, were very tough for me. Um, I love my family, of course, but hanging out with my family and only my family every day was a challenge for sure. Um, I guess the way that I've dealt with it is social media, interacting with my fans, interacting with my friends over FaceTime, Zoom, just having some sort of like social stimulation, trying to stay healthy in my brain.
And you're still like obviously you're graduating. You're graduating this year, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and school or work
I
or
am. Yeah. Well, canceled now, but
yeah,
yeah.
cancel. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, what's that? What's that? Was that good? Because my son's actually virtually has been going to school the entire time.
Mm.
Um, did that give you a sense of a bit of clarity? Like, hey, this is actually I'm experiencing some real life. I get to see my friends a little bit and hang out.
It was good, for sure, especially at the beginning in September. But I found that people, including myself, got just increasingly just apathetic towards the whole thing as time went on. Because my school, although we were in school, we had all these restrictions upon us. Like we couldn't leave the room after we had lunch. We had to sit down and we had to stay there, and like we weren't able to sit at like tables of more than like three and stuff like that. So it was the school experience, but with uh, with a ton of restrictions and obviously whatever uh, that's necessary to be safe. But it was like I almost would rather be on Zoom because it felt like a waste of time, and it was such a chore to go to school every day, that it almost made it worse. But we're on Zoom now, and we've been in LA for a couple weeks, so it's good to get out of the city for a while.
Oh, cool. You're in LA. You're in
Yeah,
LA.
I
Oh,
am.
look at you, eh? Apparently, the school break was last week.
Oh yeah, yeah. The April break, that was good. I did like that.
Okay, so let's check a little bit of this. I don't know how much we can play because if they're going to shut us down. You see that?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Hold on a second.
feeling the money. She's faking an injury.
I'm waiting for the magic moment. I'll tell you what that is in a second. I don't, I don't want Universal or the YouTube or Instagram police to shut us down there.
Oh yeah.
Play way too much. But the part, one of my favorite parts of the video is, yeah, you're doing this whole robbery thing. You're doing this little crook thing, but you bag your in an old classic brown paper brown paper bag. I haven't seen one of those in years.
I know it was the time period of the video was kind of strange because we had like a '90s kind of inspired like Leo DiCaprio outfit, at least for me, and like hair and stuff. Then we were like a '60s store. We got the '64 Impala, and then the brown paper bag, of course. But um, we redid that take of like the bag flick at the camera. That was completely by accident. but the director was like, "Oh, that's so sick! Like we're doing that again." We redid it like 4 or 5 times, and we were just trying to make the whole thing very old school, very like smooth criminal type vibes.
Yeah. No, it's very cool. I mean, obviously that's your latest single, "I Don't," featuring the dynamic, the brothers, the dynamic duo, Dubs in the house.
Mm.
And for some people, I don't know how much you felt this was a departure, or it was more of your own growth process musically.
Mm.
I love you.